have four inner pilings or four roots out of which leadership flows. And this one is second on your list here. This is pretty high. When we think about leadership, at least when I think about leadership and what the conferences I've been to, the notion of marriage and singleness being connected to leadership this high, really, you don't really see it. Why did you put this number 2 really high on your list of leadership?
It's a good question, Rick. I think two reasons. One is theology. Once we had our own encounter with God through our marriage, is when I realized, oh my goodness, like none of my formation ever addressed our marriage, or our singleness or our sexuality. It was never talked about. All the leadership conference, all the seminary. And so the understanding was kind of like, okay, you're a leader, build the church, advance the kingdom, and your marriage will be fine. Seek first the kingdom of God, everything else will be added on to, including your marriage will be great. And it was kind of like, your marriage is for the sake of doubling your ministry for God. That was kind of the mentality that I had, I think most of us had. So the church and ministry was first, and the marriage was second, unless there was a crisis. And no one ever asked about it. It was just kind of assumed everything's going to be fine, and everything was not fine for us. And then we had an encounter with God, Jerry and I, in 1996, in our marriage, that we knew was God. It was kind of like I was blind, but now I see. And it launched us on a journey of theological journey first, and then practical of working it out. And I think now we've seen the last almost, oh my gosh, how many years now? Almost 20 years, that the quality of a leader's marriage or singleness is a direct indicator of the quality of their leadership, that you cannot separate the two.
And what you're saying is, regardless of what the numbers say, you're saying right now, that's a bold statement, that the quality of your marriage or your singleness determines the quality of your leadership.
Yes.
So you're saying that if someone does not have a high quality marriage, or they don't have a high quality, they're not living out their single life in a way, but their church is growing rapidly, what you're saying is there's a disconnect.
Yes. Now let me just give a proviso here. In some cases, if you're married, for example, and your spouse makes their choices as well, right? So let's take that into account, that some spouses just are not, situations where the spouse doesn't want to, be equipped and trained to have a great marriage that reflects the love of Christ. As you have to accept that. It doesn't mean you're, quote, disqualified by any means, but that you understand, at least theologically, that this is, you're putting energy into that, and you're not running away from that painful marriage to leadership.
Right.
So I just want to give that breath. But what I'm saying is that when Paul talks about in 1 Timothy 3:8, that he says one of the qualities or requirements of being an overseer is that your house is in order, that there's the organism of your family or your personal life is in order, because he knows that if you're going to have a healthy organism you're going to develop here outside in the new family of Jesus, that assumes the requirement is that you've got your home life is a reflection of the health you're trying to produce outside. Yeah. So the problem is we have many folks who are single or married that have inner lives that are a lot of order, and yet trying to grow healthy churches, and that then impact the world. And that's a disconnect.